So yesterday, Governor Mike Parson was here in the Kansas City area as he was trying to figure out the future for the Chiefs and the Royals, what that looks like. And, of course, his job is to keep them in the state of Missouri, especially now that Kansas is openly at the table trying to lure both teams across the state line. Scott Wagner is a Clay County commissioner. He is here on KCMO 95.7 FM, streaming all morning long on the KCMO Talk Radio app. Scott, thanks for being here. You met with the governor yesterday. How did things go?
Well, first of all, thanks, Pete, for having me on. And, this I would describe as very much an introductory meeting on his part. I think he is trying to figure out what the past was as far as past dealings with both the teams. And so it was really an opportunity, I think, to kind of see where his head was at, but also for him to understand, one, are we still interested in this conversation? And two, what came before? And so we'll see what happens from there.
Okay, so when it comes to Clay County, you guys made a strong push there for that North KC location. Do you think Clay County still interested in the Kansas City Royals?
Well, I think, again, we've got 100 acres that can be developed in North Kansas City. Something's got to go there. And so I think we take it the same way that the governor has put it out there, where he has said, this is a business, right? And this is a business proposition. We're interested in business in the state of Missouri. We certainly are in Clay County. And, I think what we demonstrated once again with our meeting with the governor is that you can get the city and the county and the state in the same room and have a good conversation about an opportunity. And we demonstrated that again yesterday.
So that 100 acres right there in North Kansas City, is there a timeline on that for where, developers or ownership will say, we want the Royals, but, we're not going to wait 5 years to figure out what to do here? Is there an internal timeline on that location in particular that is pretty prime real estate?
Well, that's obviously a question for them. I can tell you from my experience and my standpoint, I've not heard that clock ticking. But, you also have to believe the clock must be ticking in some degree. And I think, to that point, what our main interest is, and I certainly think, speaking from the county point of view, is at some point the Royals have to say, yeah, we're interested in having this discussion again. And I think that is what we are waiting to hear. And I think from the standpoint of the ownership of the property, certainly, if the Royals are not interested, knowing that sooner rather than later is better. Mm-hmm. But for right now, I think if you'll pardon the term, everybody's dating again, right? Everybody's trying to figure out what someone would like to do, or what the team would like to do, or what the state would like to do. So I think from our perspective, it's the Clay County is not going to compete against the state of Kansas. That is the job of the state of Missouri. And so I think we are all looking to the governor and his leadership to see, what the state may be prepared to do, and then where do we fall in all of that. And, that may take a few months to figure out.
Has there been a second first date, to use your analogy, between the Royals and Clay County?
No, we have not had a conversation with them since January. So, one of the things that we have certainly communicated to all parties is this is great. We'd love to have a conversation, but a conversation requires two parties. And
so have you asked them out on that second first date?
Well, they have certainly through the ownership of the property, they've let them know or have asked them, do you want to talk to Clay County? So, I mean, certainly that piece is out there. But, again, at the end of the day, we have to hear from them, and we're certainly, we've been through this once. Mm-hmm. So I think in our opinion, if there is an interest in the site, and an interest in talking to the county directly, then, we'll need to hear from the team. And until then, we're happy to work with the governor and let the governor provide leadership on this. and then we'll wait and see what our role needs to be.
So it is fair to say, unlike last time around, Clay County cannot go at this alone. This will need to be Clay County with the state of Missouri.
Well, there's no way our county can compete against an entire state. And so I think it's really up to, and certainly what has been said by Governor Parson is we will compete. And I think, that's the level that we're at now. I mean, as you look at Kansas, this is not a Wyandotte County conversation per se. It is a state of Kansas conversation. And I think that's where we are at here on this side of the state line. And so, clearly we've got a great site. It is ripe for a development like this. But at the end of the day, we are now, looking to the governor of Missouri and his administration to provide the leadership to then say, okay, here's what we need to do. So.
All right. Scott Wagner, Clay County Commissioner, will be following. Thanks for being here on KCMO.
Absolutely. Thank you.
You bet.